Hey guys, it's Scott here and welcome to Fantasy Football for the Premier League 21-22 season. This video is basically going to give you the league code as well as how Fantasy Football works, how to join the league, etc, etc. So first things first, for those of you that know what you're doing, here is the code. Right now, it should be on the screen swirling around or something like that. That is what you need in order to join. And for those of you that don't know what that means, let's get into how Fantasy Football works for this new season. To start things off, I will leave the link in the description to fantasy.premierleague.com. That is the website that we're using this year. It is by far the best and most inclusive of the fantasy websites in my opinion, so this is the one that we run things on. You will have to make an account, and once you do that, you will be in this screen ready to do your squad selection. So you go onto your squad and this is what you are presented with. A 15-man squad with a 100 million budget. So fantasy football is very, very simple. You pick players based on how well you think they're going to perform in real life. For example, if Manchester United have 3 really easy fixtures in a row, you may pick one of their strikers thinking that they will score the most goals and get the most assists compared to a player that has really tough fixtures. So if we autofill our team here, then it will just give us an example of how things work. The most players that you can have from one team is 3, so I can't take out James here and put in a Manchester City midfielder because I already have 3 in defence. Each player has a price that is determined basically by how well they've done in the past, but will change throughout the season. If we take James Maddison, for example, he is starting off as a £7 million midfielder, and he did quite well last season, so if he performs at that level, then his price may go up, as it did last season, to 7.2, for example. Before the first weekend starts, you get unlimited transfers, so you can chop and change your team as many times as you want. However, once the season starts, you get 1 free transfer per week, and any more cost up to 4 points extra. Speaking of points, let's quickly run through how it works. If a player plays 90 minutes, they get 2 points. If they play any amount of minutes but less than 60, they get 1. Defenders and goalies get 4 points for a clean sheet. Midfielders get 1. You get 3 points if your player gets an assist, and that includes being fouled for a free kick or penalty that is then scored. And then you get points for a goal. So if you're a striker, you get 4 points, midfielders get 5, defenders, goalies get 6. So if you transfer someone into your team at a cost of 4 points, you kind of need them to have a good performance for it to warrant that transfer. Once you've decided on your squad, you can choose your team name, call it whatever you want, choose your favourite club, we'll go with Leicester, and enter the squad. Now you have a load more tabs across the top. The picking of your team is the first one, and you can basically pick between a few different formations. You need a minimum of 3 defenders on the pitch at all times, and a minimum of 1 attacker. You have substitutes who will come on in order of where you have placed them if someone does not play, gets injured, etc. So let's say Jesse Lingard doesn't play for Manchester United. Danny Ings will be my automatic substitute that will come in and get the points instead. Each week you choose a captain, which gets double points. So if you choose Lacazette here and he scores a hat-trick, it's going to be as if he scored 6 goals for you, which is great. A couple more things. You do have a couple of chips, including bench boost and triple captain. Very, very simple. Triple captain you can use once per season, and your captain will get triple points instead of double. Bench boost you can use once per season, and it means that everyone on your bench gets points as well as your starting 11. So if you feel like, oh, everyone's got good fixtures, I don't really want to bench everybody, then you can get everyone points by using the bench boost. This is very good later in the season where teams have 2 matches in the same game week and you want to maximize your points. Next up is transfers. As I said before the initial deadline, which is the Friday that the season starts, an hour and a half before the first fixture of each game week, that is your deadline for starting your 11 and getting everyone organised, choosing your captain, and also finalising any transfers. So before the season starts, if I wanted to, I can change Cancelo to Cresswell, I could change Chilwell to Wan-Bissaka, and I can make transfers and that will be fine. Whereas later in the season, as I say, you get 1 free transfer each week. Every additional transfer costs you 4 points. You can bank up to 2 free transfers, but no more. As you can see, you have a budget here, and as I said previously, you can only have 3 players from one team. You cannot go over budget. So, for example, if I take out Kyle Walker here, and I put in Trent, then I'm over budget. I cannot confirm my team. So that is the tricky part, is creating a team that feels really well balanced and does fit within the budget and the team requirements. Now, as players perform throughout the season and they do well or bad, prices will fluctuate at 0.1 intervals. So Wan-Bissaka might score a hat-trick on his debut and get a clean sheet. He may go up to 5.6 because everybody transfers him in. And so you need to try and keep yourself a bit of wiggle room in case players hit form and you want to bring them in, accounting for their price rises. Now, there are two more chips that you can use. One is a free hit. Now, a free hit means you get unlimited transfers. They don't cost you any points, but it only changes your team for 1 week. For example, if there's a cup weekend coming up and only 4 teams in the Prem are playing in the league that weekend, you might want to use your free hit and just fill it with 3 players from each of those teams, and then your team will go back to normal for the next week. And the other one is you get 2 wild cards per season. Wild cards basically means unlimited transfers at no cost. Obviously, you still have to stick to the rules of the budget as well as the 3 men per team. However, you can change your entire starting 11 and bench if you want to in one go. The first one is available from week 1 up until January, and then you get a second one once the January window closes, ready for the remainder of the season. So then what you need to do, once you've got your team and everything sorted, you want to join my league, you can either use that code that I showed off before, you can click the link in the description which will auto join you into the league, or if you want to do it yourself and potentially join friends leagues, etc., what you do is you go to create and join new leagues or cups, you go to join a league and cup, join a invitational league and cup, and then you put in the league code, which this year is 6vmzzb. You then click join league and bosh, you're into my league, okay? We've already got a few people that are in because I put it out on Twitter, but hopefully this league is going to have a few hundred people in it and it should be a lot of fun. I believe this year as well, they have introduced a cup within the league. And so from game week 18, we will be pitted against each other week by week. And basically you have a head-to-head score against somebody. If you beat them, you advance to the next round of the cup. Yada, 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 until the end of the season, and then we get a winner of that one as well as the league, which is pretty cool. So if you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comment section down below. Myself or a lot of the other helpful people will be able to hopefully answer any questions that you have, but hopefully I'll see you in the league. Use that code. Again, the link is in the description to auto join. Make sure if you're watching this on the main channel, you subscribe to my second channel, which is the Birdie channel. And if you're watching this on the second channel, then make sure you go and subscribe to the main channel where you can see all my FIFA based content. Other than that, thank you very, very much for watching. Hopefully I'll see you this season. And yeah, enjoy.